Now, the major things that cause damage to the hair, beside the harsh shampoos and other chemicals that people use on hair, is heat. So people like to style, the people like to dry the hair, accelerate drying and all this, and heat. Don't forget that the hair is made of protein, and protein is sensitive to heat. It's like you take a boiled egg and boil it. You know what's happening when you boil the egg, right? So protein is sensitive to heat. And we are now going to help our customer to make products that protect their hair from the heat. The heat could be ironing, blow drying, straightening, whatever it is that generate heats. So the mechanism of our technology is the ability to form a film and protect the hair from all directions. Remember, this is the major benefit of HydroSal. It's not like Salsphere or Multisal that are localized. This is a surface phenomena. So first of all, we coat the hair with a special polymer. The polymer is able to slow down the process, the transfer of heat. So it's like an isolator to the hair. Then inside we have two different type of interesting ingredients. One of them are essential oils that can lubricate and actually protect from the heat. And the other one are essential oil or a fragrance that when you melt the particle, it releases and then you can smell it. And then you become aware that a temperature is too high, slow down. So it works to protect and also to alert. That's what unique about HydroSal Heat Protect. Okay? So remember, it's a film, and the films inside the film there are beads that carry two types of ingredients. Okay, so the fragrance works very well. How do we know? We tested it. So here is the test, the protocol that we use. We divided the hair into two groups. Each group of the hair was applied with a conditioner, in this case, with HydroSal Heat Protect, and we smelled the fragrance. So the testing was, in this case, mostly rely on fragrance as an alert system. Okay, we smell it. Then we started to iron. We iron twice. Okay, so we get a good amount of ironing. We're difficult to measure the temperature because by the time we reach the hair to measure, temperature changes. So the first wave, and we smelled it. We are panel, smelled the odor that coming out from the hair. Then we get another layer of heating and we smelled it again. So twice we measure the release of the fragrance. And here is what we got. And we evaluated the fragrance intensity at each step. So we had a control, which means the same amount of fragrance, but not in the technology, and the technology with the fragrance. And what you see in the blue line, the control was about 2.5, and before we started to heat. So you can see here that the fragrance in the HydroSal was more intense to start with, which is amazing. Typically, we don't get it so obvious. But in this kind of fragrance, we could get the same effect, this effect. Now, after the first run of ironing, we definitely can see a significant effect between the free, which is already gone, but it still smells, and the HydroSal that was much more powerful. The second time we exposed the hair to the iron, we could see even more significant effect. The free, we could barely smell it. However, the HydroSal get a significant odor intensity. I'm talking about 3 times more. And we repeated this test 5 different times with a group of people smelling the odor. So in this case, with this specific perfume, under these conditions, these are the results that we got. I'm aware that in many cases, people cannot report of the same. They say, it's a little bit more, but it's not 3 times more. I understand that because different fragrances can be used and different hair and different heat units are available. Okay, so HydroSal Heat Protect is a new concept to protect the hair from the heat. You can use it either in a conditioner, in serum that people, anything that people apply on the hair, and then they expose it to the heat. So HydroSal Heat Protect is a technology that protect the hair from the heat. This is the most important factor that I wanted to say. The application is typically the following. We use 2 to 5% in the conditioner or in the serum. It's going into any water-based formula. There is not an issue. No need to heat in order to mix it in. Definitely don't worry about a high shear mixing, but not necessary in order to suspend it. It's very quick to reach a homogeneous batch. We didn't see any separation so far. The pH is compatible anywhere between 4 and 7. You can store it at room temperature and it's stable for 2 to 3 years without any issue.